Church, it's good to be here. And if you were like me on yesterday, you got off to an early start. I had a lot of errands to run, and when I stepped out the house, I noticed that there was a chill in the air, and the sky had an overcast. But by the time I was done with my first stop, the sun was peeking out from behind the clouds. But all of a sudden, the rain came. Right? The rain that I thought I was avoiding when I saw the sun peek out in my area. The rain that I thought would pass over. The rain that was as far as the eye could see. The rain that had caught me by surprise, found me unprepared. And the Lord dropped in my spirit this morning. Matthew 5:45. If you have your Bible, go with me. Let's go together. And I'll read it to you for your hearing. When you have it, say amen. If you don't have it, say hold up. All the words, hold up. And it reads, let me read it for you. It says, that ye may be children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. The word of the Lord is blessed. You may be seated. In looking at this scripture, you would think that there is nothing excitable about this passage of scripture. Amen. Typically, when you hear the scripture, you're either comforting someone or you're eulogizing them. So when the Lord anchored my feet here in this passage, it was funny to me because it's funny how God does you when he's preparing you for a word. He has a way of keeping it in front of you. I was talking to my baby sister, and she lives on the West Coast, about 3 to 4 hours from Seattle, Washington. And somehow we got on the subject of weather. In Washington, they have about 2 to 3 months where it just rains about every day. The rain varies from misting rain to torrential, heavy downpouring storms. Can you imagine every day for months it's just raining? Every day when you wake up, there's really no need to check the news for a weather update because you know it's raining again today. This morning, I simply came to ask a question. Is there anybody in the house that feels like rain clouds have just been hovering over you and it doesn't matter where you go or how fast you run, it just keeps raining in your life? Pastor, I'm not foolish enough to believe that in all your years of service, that every day was a sunny day. You know how I know? Because, church, there have been times in my life where I felt like it rained so long and so hard that the flood waters were about to overtake me and I was on the verge of drowning. And Jesus comes along in Matthew 5:45 and says, not only does it rain on the just and the unjust, but God sends it. Somehow, in all of my years of reading this scripture, I never paid attention to the fact that it says, God sends the rain. If I be honest, I would just quote it as it rains on the just and the unjust. So if God sends the rain, then the rain has to have a purpose. Do me a favor, I haven't bothered you all morning and I still haven't given you my title yet. Would you lean over to your neighbor and tell them, thank God for the rain. Look at your other neighbor and tell them, thank God for the rain. Great question. The first thing the rain comes to do is to develop us. The mightiest tree was once just a little seed. Even man started as a seed. Amen. The interesting thing about a seed is, in order for it to grow, it has to go through a process called germination. The first phase in the germination process is the seed has to be flooded with water in order to rupture the seeds outer coating. God is saying, in order to develop you, I have to first break you. I've got to get you out of the shell that's keeping you from being what I've anointed you to be. Somebody just holler, thou art the potter, and I am the clay this morning. See, you've been wondering why it is that folk have just been walking away from you. The friends that you once had, that you looked up and all of a sudden when you call them, your phone calls go to voicemail. They stop inviting you to happy hour all of a sudden. Why? When it's raining in my life, can I find any help from the folk that's supposed to have my life? And all I keep asking is, when will the rain stop so I can get back to my life? God is saying, I sent the rain to get you away from certain people and certain things because I need you to get out of your shell. Because the only way you can grow is I have to first develop you. Church, once the seed ruptures the outer shell, it begins to grow roots. You would think that once the roots grow and they start to grow, that the rain would stop. But how many of you know that the higher you intend to grow, the deeper and more spread out your roots have to be. So the Lord allows it to keep raining to promote the roots to burrow deep. Deeper and deeper. Is there anyone who's willing to go deeper in God? See, Hosea 6:3 says it this way, then shall we know if we follow on to know the Lord, his going forth is preparing as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain. The second thing the rain comes to do, the second thing is to protect us. I know what you're saying. How can the rain protect us? How is it when it seems as though the storms are coming to destroy me and everything around me seems to be whirling around and it is just hectic and chaotic? How, preacher, is the rain here to protect me? But beloved of God, if it weren't for the rain, where the winds of life would blow against you, you would be brittle and break. But God in his infinite wisdom causes it to rain so that you are pliable, meaning that you are easily to bend and are flexible. So as the winds of life blow against you, you learn how to bend. How do you bend? You bend in a posture of prayer. So when the winds of sickness blow, we can say what Isaiah 53:3 says, by his stripes we are healed. When the winds of finances blow, we can say what Psalms 37:25 says, I have never seen the righteous forsaken, or his seed begging bread. When the winds of sorrow blow, we can say what Psalms 30:5 says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. No matter what wind blows against us, we know we have a Savior that can speak to the winds as he did in Mark 4:39, where he said, peace be still, and the wind ceased. Is there anybody in the house that will just shout, thank God for the rain? Thank you. Good. I'm a little more comfortable. The third thing, tell somebody, the third thing the rain comes to do is to rejuvenate us. After your roots have been established, after you learn to be pliable when the winds of life blow against you, and I'm closing, the sun starts to break through the clouds and the rain stops, and we get excited because it seems it's been raining for an eternity in our lives. Amen. Now we are more mature in the things of God, and we are operating in our anointing, and life seems to have a sense of normality. Have you ever just gone outside after the storm and the weather feels so nice, and the sun feels good on your skin, and everything seems perfect? You just want to stay in the sunshine forever. But how many of you know that when the sun shines on you, it causes others to pay attention to you? When you were being flooded and broken, nobody came to your rescue. When the winds of life blew against you, nobody came to help anchor you down. But now that God is manifesting his blessings on your life, out of nowhere, you found out you got some enemies that you didn't even know you had. Folk that you don't even know they're talking about you, and they saying how they cannot stand you. Then you have others that just want to connect with you because they see value in you again. Oh, you're looking so good after the rain, man. And then they want to see what they can get out of you. But Jesus says in Matthew 5:44, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use and persecute you. Amen. I don't know who I'm preaching to this morning, but I want to tell you, the sunshine is good, but if you stay in it too long, you can get overheated and dry out. Closing. See, the danger in getting dried out is you produce less and you become abrasive. Abrasive things tend to damage and scar other things that they come in contact with, amen? So God sends the rain to rejuvenate you because dried out tends to die out, amen? Is there anybody in the house that refuses to dry out today? Is there anybody who can say, thank God for the rain? Thank you for developing a strong foundation in me. Thank you for protecting me from the storms of life. Thank you for rejuvenating me and not letting me dry out. Thank God for the rain. So this morning, church, as I go to my seat, I'm headed there. I want to tell you, I'm sure it hasn't always been easy, amen? I'm sure there have been days where you wanted to just give up and give in, amen? There have even maybe been folk who have walked out on you. And sometimes you really tell the truth, wanted to walk out on them too, amen? But I want you to know that every rainy day in your life has purpose. And how many of you know that in my sanctified mind, I picture Jesus as he's telling the disciples that his reigns on the just and the unjust, that he is visualizing his own rainy day. And who is more just than Jesus? God made flesh, amen? I wasn't there, and I don't know if it rained in the physical, but I can imagine that it rained in the spiritual. I can imagine that it was raining down tears from the angels that had to sit and watch them whip my Savior. Watch as they rip flesh from his body with each lash of the whip, amen? Jesus knew that there was a rainy day coming, Pastor. He knew that on his rainy day, they would press a crown of thorns in his head. He knew that on his rainy day, they would march him up a hill called Calvary. He knew that on his rainy day, they would nail him to an old rugged cross. He knew that on his rainy day, that he would be made to be an emblem of suffering and shame. He knew that on his rainy day, that they would have to hang him between a convert and a creed. He knew that on his rainy day, that some of his friends would even forsake him. He knew that on his rainy day, they would pierce him in his side. He knew that on his rainy day, that they would bury him in a borrowed tomb. But he also knew that on the third day that the sun would shine again. And I'm not talking about the S-U-N, but I'm talking about the S-O-N. My Bible tells me that he rose with all power in his hands. Is there anybody that can thank God for the rain? I'm done, but as I go to my seat, I want you to remember this, that when the rainy days of life catch you by surprise and they find you unprepared, don't get discouraged. Remember that God sent the rain, and he's only allowed it to rain in your life to develop you, to protect you, and to rejuvenate you. Storm clouds may gather, strong winds may blow, but he is sweet, I know. Hallelujah. Is there anybody who's had some rainy days? Is there anybody who's had some times you've had to cry? Is there anybody who's wondered, when will my storm end? When will I be able to see the sun again? I can tell you this, if you suffer with Christ, you'll reign with Christ. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.